systems that run your house, furnace, hot water heater, my whole electrical panel, all of it.
Tonight on Connecticut's news station, frustration from flood victims. They're still looking for answers. We have more on what lawmakers are asking them to do so the state can receive federal help.
Plus, a project getting underway at Job's Pond to get neighbors there out of high water. We're checking in with homeowners.
Plus, we're getting a closer look at a standoff lasting hours upon hours. The new video tonight shows us how this situation finally came to an end.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Nearly a week since historic flooding crumbled homes, damaged roads, and uprooted communities in southwestern Connecticut. People are trying to figure out where to go from here.
Congressman Jim Himes met with those in Oxford today to help with the next steps. Fox 61 political reporter Emma Wolforst spoke with people after that meeting.
People here are dealing with flooded basements, ruined driveways. One woman even saying her entire septic system was washed away in that flooding. And all of these residents telling me they left the meeting at Town Hall this afternoon with more questions than solutions. Packed house Friday afternoon.
What we're going to talk about today is how we recover.
Oxford residents searching for answers.
How do I even find out if my structure is secure?
Molly King-Smith lives just off Route 67.
We were completely surrounded by water. My basement was full. I lost all the systems that run your house, furnace, hot water heater, my whole electrical panel, all of it.
She says her damage isn't nearly as bad as others, but she still needs help.
We got luckier than some. Our living spaces are spared, thank goodness, but just want to be able to get the relief to figure out how to get through it.
Since the weekend's devastating flooding, the state and federal government have taken steps to get assistance to those who need it. Here's what's happened so far. Monday, Governor Ned Lamont declared a state of emergency. Then Tuesday, he asked for a federal emergency declaration. That was granted Wednesday, allowing federal agencies to start coordinating disaster relief. Now, state officials are asking residents to document their damage and submit that information to the Connecticut Division of Emergency Management and Homeland Security.
Take photographs of damage, not after it's been repaired, but before it's been repaired. Take photographs, document, make written notations of what it was done. If you have a cost estimate, do that, address, all that stuff.
The state needs this documentation to get a major disaster declaration from the federal government.
The federal delegation, including myself, has been lobbying the White House for this declaration, but what we really need now is those damage estimates.
In the meantime, King-Smith and her neighbors will keep taking photos, making necessary repairs, and hoping federal money will come.
Well, everybody wants to show up and support their community, but to have a little bit of empathy and understanding that we got to pull this money out of the air.
Now, Congressman Himes tells me it could take a few weeks to get that major disaster declaration from the federal government. So he says the sooner the better for people to submit those damage estimates to the state so they can move this process along and try to get it done as quickly as possible. We'll have a link on our website at fox61.com where you can submit your evidence, proof of damage directly to the state. Reporting in Oxford, Emma Wolforst, Fox 61. Connecticut's news station.
Thank you, Emma. 2 women died in Sunday's catastrophic flooding, but tonight officials in Fairfield say there may have been a third victim. Yesterday afternoon, Fairfield police found a vehicle submerged in the Aspetuck River directly behind the falls. Police say the car was empty and it appeared to have been there for several days. Well, 5 hours later, they found the body of 59-year-old Robert Masaic of Weston in the river. He was last seen alive on Sunday evening. Investigators saying the rain may have caused him to drive into the water, but they're still looking into exactly what happened.
Well, one of the many businesses now destroyed in western Connecticut, a popular mini golf course. Floods ripped apart the road and the parking lot there. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane spoke with the owners who are trying to save his family legacy.
The old Sawmill miniature golf course has been a staple of the Oxford community for the last 30 years and now has been completely uprooted by Sunday's significant flooding. Now this family-owned business is trying to pick up the pieces, but first they need a place to start.
It kind of destroyed everything in its path.
The old Sawmill mini golf course was a hot spot in Oxford for summer fun.
We've grown up in this business. It's so much a part of our family.
It's everything to us, to our community.
And for the Turcottes, the family business was a second home, now destroyed by Sunday's flooding.
It busted the windows and the door in the snack bar. The water went in the snack bar and removed everything, freezers, everything.
At least 4 feet of water rushed through the golf course, ripping apart the road and parking lot, even washing away a shack of clubs and appliances from the kitchen.
It literally took my breath away. We saw the water. We knew it was bad. We knew the golf shack had washed away and the building was destroyed. But to see this was so unexpected.
Albert Turcotte and his daughters are trying to pick up the pieces to keep their family legacy alive.
Well, you don't know what to even think or where to start.
Luckily, many people are on board to help. Customers are working to get the business back on its feet. People from the community are pitching in to help any way they can, offering shovels and free labor to clean up the damage, piece by piece.
And just take it a day at a time. What are you going to do?
This business, along with many other businesses here in the community, will all be attending an event tomorrow at Quarry Walk. Now, people are coming together just trying to pitch in ideas or advice, even materials or help for businesses here in the community that are in need. In Oxford, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Breaking news now, Route 80 is closed. We're told there was a crash between a pickup truck and a motorcycle. The crash happened just before 5 in Killingworth near Rosemead Hill. State police believe there are serious injuries involved. Again, Route 80 currently closed while police investigate. We'll bring you more information and bring you any updates tonight. And time for a check of the weather. A nice end to the week.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frayne joining us now. And Rach, we got to come to the end of this nice stretch somewhere along the line, but it's going to hold out for most of the weekend, right?
Yeah, we stay dry both days, but it will turn warmer as we head into the weekend, which is all right? Summer's still here. Highs will return into the 80s, and the humidity will start to tick up a little bit for the second half of the weekend as well. 78 degrees right now for the New Haven area. We are seeing lots of sunshine out there, and it is just, again, another top 10 weather day. I feel like each and every day this week has just been more beautiful than the last. 75 in Waterbury and upper 70s right now in Norwich. If you're having dinner outside tonight on the deck, on the patio, maybe you're lucky enough to go out to a restaurant, temperatures will be in the 60s for the shoreline, 70s inland, and lots of sun at least before it ends up going down. Heading into the day tomorrow, once again, it's a refreshing start to the day with temperatures beginning in the 50s to right around 60 degrees. There is a chance for some early morning patchy fog. That'll break rather early on, revealing lots of sun pretty much from start to finish. We're looking at high temperatures that will climb in the lower to middle 80s as we head through the afternoon, and another comfy night tomorrow night as well. You still don't need the AC despite the fact that we really warm up as we head through tomorrow afternoon. Sunday night, though, might be a different story as that humidity starts to climb back in again. We'll talk about that, plus a return to showers and storms as we head back to work next week coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. New video just released out of North Haven of officers and a barricaded suspect exchanging gunfire. The standoff started Monday night, lasting hours, but it ended without anyone getting hurt. SWAT officers at the home of Robert Mazurek on Cloudland Street. Police say neighbors heard gunshots coming from his home Monday night, and when officers arrived to his home, they say he threatened to kill them. That started an hours-long standoff, and things escalated around 5:30 a.m. when police deployed a chemical agent into the house, and according to police, Mazurek then started firing at officers. The law enforcement fired back, kicking off another 3 hours of standoff. By 9:10 a.m., though, negotiations were successful. You're watching the moment Mazurek walked outside his home to surrender. And again, no one was hurt. Mazurek faces several counts of attempted assault. Following protocol, the Inspector General is now investigating the police use of force.
State police made an arrest in a deadly crash that happened back in February. 36-year-old William Conduit is accused of being under the influence of drugs when he drove his truck into a Honda Civic on Route 8 in Beacon Falls. 3 people were killed, including 2 children. Conduit was was arrested yesterday. He's being held on $1 million bond. It's a story you'll only see here on Fox 61. We've been reporting all week on the flooding in the Naugatuck River Valley and how people are beginning the cleanup process there. But the Connecticut River Valley community of Portland has been cleaning up since April.
Well, now there's renewed hope for the residents of Job's Pond. Fox 61's Matt Karen is in Portland with the update.
Well, you might remember how the water level here on Job's Pond has been mysteriously rising since February. In fact, right where I'm standing used to be underwater. Now the level is receding, just in time for a pumping project to begin. Then and now. Back at the water's edge of Job's Pond, energy is low.
We're tired.
But spirits are high.
We're thankful that the homes are still standing.
The docks are floating. Kids are playing. And residents are returning.
This past week, we just came back.
Tom McGinty spent months evacuated as a rising tide enveloped his pondside property.
So come on down.
He showed us the basement.
You can see the water line. The washer dryer during the flood were literally floating around the basement.
Next door. So this was water.
Used to be flat. Oh, yeah.
Ellen Mantle showed us the basement of her multi-generational home.
See all that muck and mire behind there? That's all built up.
Unlike Tom, she never left.
We had fish in here. I kid you not, fish and pollywogs.
Now that the feet of water are out of most of these basements, the concerns turn to secondary problems like mold, mildew, and yes, inches of muck. But now, a fix just days away.
We're pretty optimistic. We're in a good place now.
Portland First Selectman Ryan Curley told Fox 61 a massive pump will keep lowering the water level. Permits were procured to pipe that pumped water across private property and the nearby Airline Trail, tying into a culvert that empties into the Connecticut River, a temporary solution.
Funds are available to explore an option that would be a permanent fix for this.
In the meantime, Job's Pond residents happy to enter a new chapter.
We know it's going to take a long time to get that permanent solution.
In the cycle of a pond that brings both beauty and burden.
So now it's just time to go and get this done.
And we're told that on Monday, Senator Blumenthal will be here to observe the progress that's been made. 75% of the funding for this nearly $1 million project is coming from the federal government. Reporting in Portland, Matt Karen, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.